It's a fun one, that's for sure. To come out and sweep those guys, it felt good. I'm not going to lie. It's an emotional weekend for our guys. I'm glad they embraced what this weekend meant and took it to heart. And guys bought in and understands what this rivalry is all about. And for a bunch of new guys coming from different programs, transferring in and being here for the first time, I was really impressed with the amount of intensity they came out with this weekend. So it's like they've been here for a long time, and I think maybe that's a tribute to us talking about it and not trying to deny the rivalry. Embrace it, man. This is what it's supposed to be like. So I'm just super excited about how they responded and really how they came out and played this weekend. It was great.
Joe Lampy with ASU baseball alumni. Coach Bloomquist. First of all, I wanted to say what a coaching display this week and execute the series sweep. Not many people get to see your hours and dedication you put into the program. It really seems like you're getting a grip of the blueprint it takes this team to win at a high clip. In your final 2 years at Arizona State, you had the Arizona Wildcats number, boasting a .416 batting average, 16 RBIs, and 20 hits over 2 years. How valuable is it to be able to pass down those experiences of this rivalry series to the team and to all the new faces you brought into the clubhouse this offseason due to your personal and team success in the past at ASU?
Well, Joe, first of all, it's good to see you. To answer your question, this is why I came back here, to hopefully ignite these guys and allow, get them to understand what this means, what Sun Devil baseball means to me, what it means to a lot of people in this community, our alumni, fans, people that have been here and seen this program grow to the heights that it was. And I think everybody's hungry to get it back. And for me, it's an opportunity to go back to a place that I love, that I'm passionate about, and for me, that's why I've come back here. It's not about me. It's about relaying my experiences and kind of breathing that into these guys, and hopefully teaching them, not only what it means to be a Sun Devil, but hopefully, pass on my experiences that are going to help them in their careers. And to me, that's why I'm here. I'm not here for me. I'm not here for my name. I'm here for the Sun Devil name, and I'm here to pass all this on to these guys, the knowledge I've accumulated over the years. And it's a great day to be a Devil. And for me, it's we're starting to hopefully move the needle in the right direction.
Seemed like tensions got a little higher in the third inning after the Davis home run and then Crenshaw's home run back.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Umpire kind of looked like gave a warning to you guys. That's something that kind of bothered you?
Yeah, that was, there was some verbal stuff going on all weekend, and it certainly seemed like it was all coming from our dugout based on what we were always the ones getting warned. And like I said, look, this series, do I encourage our guys to be chirpy? No, I certainly don't. I don't. That's not how but I do understand what this weekend is all about. And we're trying to establish, being proud of Arizona State again and understanding what this rivalry means and what it means to, to wear a college baseball uniform and take pride in it, and not make the series bigger than it has to be, but understand it's important. And so I'm not going to shame my guys for coming out with intensity, and if that means a little bit of chippiness, going on in the game, so be it. I mean, like I said, from what I gather, it's not like that we were the only ones saying something, but I get it. The umpires, that they're coming down on them for making sure they keep order and all that stuff. I 100% agree with it. But on the same token, this is a big weekend, and that's kind of what I told those guys. I get it. I'll take the warning, whatever, but it is a big weekend. You need to understand it, and this means a lot to these players, and it means a lot to our fan base, and I'm not saying let us go to blows, but if some things are said, who cares? Like, let's go get over it and grow up a little bit. It's going to happen. So anyway, I know they're doing their job and they're trying to keep order, but for me, this is a fun series, and regardless of the outcome and results, it's supposed to be fun. Last year we took it on the chin, 2 out of 3 down at their place, and I walked away from that series and sent Chip Hale a text and said, "Man, that was fun." So I don't like losing the series, but man, that's what it's supposed to be about. Intensity and good baseball, and bringing the fans back into this rivalry again, to me. So, I guess we got slapped on the wrist a little bit and told them to keep our mouths shut a little bit more, which, I told the guys, hey, no more. That's it. Stay with us. So hopefully they listened the last couple innings.
It was an attendance record for a 3-game set this weekend at Buyin. You talked a little bit earlier in the series about the atmosphere that you kind of envisioned this place to have, and playing a part in putting this program sort of back to where it was when you were a player. Is that kind of validation for your goal?
I think who we were playing certainly helps, but I wish we could do this every home game and have this type of atmosphere, because I think the fans that showed up and know this helps. It helps our players. It does, and it makes it a fun atmosphere. It helps the guys get ready to play a little bit, having that little extra edge. It helps recruiting. It helps just the overall feel of college baseball. It helps our program. So I'm very thankful for the amount of fans that came out. I think we had over 17,000, or somewhere around there this weekend. I mean, outstanding. I'm begging you, please keep coming back and supporting these players, because it makes it a lot more fun when it's packed house. So I appreciate all the fans coming out.
Will you text Chip Hale again, and if so, what will you say?
I will probably let him lob the first text after this one. Chip and I exchanged courtesies after the game. He's Chip's a great man. He's a respectful guy, and said a great job. And we play them again here in a few weeks, so we'll cross paths again. But I don't think I'll send the first text on this one. I'll let him do that if he wants. If not, then hey, no harm, no foul. We'll see each other in a couple weeks.
News always been breaking these last couple of days, but I feel like every time he gets into that 2-hole, he performs well. Have you thought about keeping him up there at the top of the order, and what does it mean to you his performance the last couple of days?
He hasn't done anything for me to take him out of that 2-hole right now. I mean, he's been swinging the bat really well, and I think that's probably where he'll stay, certainly on Tuesday. And for me, it's game by game what we do with our lineup, and who's playing and who's not playing, and where we're hitting guys. We're trying to settle in at that those top 6 spots for now, and we got another player coming back here pretty quick that's going to add to that mix with Nick McLean. So when we get him healthy, there might be some more shuffling going on, but I think the way those top 6 guys are performing right now is, especially really top to bottom, everyone contributed, but he's in a good spot. New is in a good spot, and hopefully he can keep swinging like he has been. It's been fun to watch him.
I feel like his performance kind of highlighted a lot of what the freshmen are doing really well recently. What have you seen from their performances? Obviously, Keenan's home run today, first career. Luke and Isaiah both had great days too. What have you seen from their performances both out of this year and the last few games?
They're talented, and they're learning. I've said it before, there's going to be a learning curve for these guys, and they're going to hit some speed bumps along the way. But the experience they're getting right now is invaluable, and it's going to pay dividends, this year, later in the year, and then moving forward in their careers. It's I've held true to my word with those guys, and I didn't give them anything. They've earned it, and they've earned the spots in the lineup. So and they're taking advantage of it. And again, there are going to be bumps in the road along the way, but I think this is great. They're getting this type of experience and understanding and having success, and also failure too. I think it's important that, not that I want them to fail, but they need to understand how to be battle tested and get out of the holes that they're in, and that's part of growing as a baseball player, and that's part of our job as a coaching staff to teach them how to get out of things when they fall into a funk. So overall, I'm pleased with what the freshmen are doing.
Between the sweep on the Pac-12 network that you staged and GCU the other day,
You talked about that your team is bought in. What exactly was that buy-in that you were looking for, and do you feel that, in terms of maybe from a more national standpoint, that your team is at that point, maybe more so than earlier in the year?
By the buy-in, I mean just more understanding, I think, on what wins and loses games and the attention to detail. It's not the talent that always wins every day. It's the little things that add up, that why you get punched in the mouth and lose your teeth sometimes, to where if you're going to walk guys and hit guys, that doesn't win baseball games, that loses games. And when you buy into, from a pitching standpoint, when you buy into attacking the strike zone and not beating yourself, that helps. Offensively, when you buy into not trying to hit home runs and staying in the middle of the diamond, helps you stay on breaking balls, helps you be ready for the fastball, all that type of stuff. When you start buying into, an offensive team offense versus a bunch of individuals, it's noticeable. Not trying to do too much, not everybody up there trying to hit a home run, staying the other way, moving runners. That's what wins games. It's not the look at me home run. It's all the little stuff in between that wins the game. So I think they're starting to understand that. They're starting to sense that we can be pretty dang good if we stick to our guns and do with what we're capable of doing, just be really good at it. So that's what I mean by the buy-in. As far as the national stage, that takes care of itself. We just go play baseball and get better and continue. We know we got to improve. There's things we got to get better at, and all that other stuff take care of itself.
Every guy in the lineup today had a knock, including 4 home runs in there. What do you have to say about the guys who really swinging bats today?
They stuck with the approach, and I got a couple guys thrown out, trying to put the game in motion, and the next Campy came back and hit a homer with the next pitch. Who was the other guy? I think Vu hit a homer with the next pitch as well. So, that was me trying to push the envelope a little bit, but at the end of the day, the wind was screaming out pretty good today too, which didn't hurt on the home run front, but you still got to square it up, and I think those balls get out of the ballpark regardless if there's wind or not. So, pleased with the guys and how they stuck with the approach. 15 hits, against a guy who I thought really might have had the best stuff on their staff, just watching him on video. May had a really good movement on his fastball, really good cutter and sinker, and I thought, watching him on video, I'm like, man, this kid's going to be tough. He's going to be a handful today. So the way our guys approached him was outstanding.
What was it about the lineup today felt, or even all weekend, felt like every pitcher that they threw at you, within a couple batters, you had them figured out? What was it about this lineup this weekend?
I think they're starting to recognize spin, a little bit more. And I think, early on in the season after the all fall, where you just face your same guys over and over and over again, and then you throw a bunch of guys in a different uniform at you, and they don't know what their ball does and how it breaks and how it moves. There's a little bit of an adjustment period that I think, safe to say, we went through early in the year. But they're starting to recognize spin a little bit more and understanding where it has to start for it to be a strike. And I think again, that's just all part of the buy-in process and understanding, like, okay, and for me, from a communication standpoint, being able to simplify it enough to where, hey, it's got to start right here for it to be a strike, and this is kind of what it does. It has this break versus this. I think they're starting to understand it a little bit, which is good.
It seems like Timmy Manning was your go-to reliever. Like, what is it about Timmy Manning that jumps out at you? Maybe as its control, attitude, or he just knows how to hit the strike zone.
Well, you hit the nail on the head with the last one. If he's throwing strikes, he's good. He's got a major league style curveball that's pretty dang good and impressive when he's in the zone. Early on when we had him starting, he was having trouble landing his breaking ball. Since he's kind of come out of the pen, he's slowed it down a little bit and has been much better, much more effective on hitting his spots. We had Timmy. The most impressive thing about him is we had him hot and ready to go the last 2 days and didn't use him, which was discouraging, from his standpoint, I'm sure. But the fact that he's just bought in and said, Coach, I get it, I understand. I'm ready to go today when you need me. That's, back to your point, that's the buy-in I'm talking about, is no second guessing, no questioning, him understanding that his role, that he's going to get in there today. I'm going to get him hot and he's going in. But he was chomping at the bit all weekend to face those lefties at the top of the lineup. And he did an outstanding job when he got his opportunity today.
Yeah, and this is your third sweep of the season so far. Like, and how does this like kind of motivate your guys to keep on having that winning attitude and like kind of boost up that hot streak that you guys are already on?
I think when you look at the difference between getting swept and sweeping, I'll take the sweeping side. And I think they feel the difference too, where, you know, we came out against Irvine early in the year and didn't play well, and we got our nose rubbed in it here at home, and that didn't feel good. We understand what it's like to go on a cold streak, and those aren't fun. But again, buying into understanding what wins and loses games, and just trying to execute better and focus in on the little stuff, has really kind of kick-started this little run that we're on, and hopefully that continues.